Okay, you did it. You went to the marketplace and you bought a used grill, or you want one that has a finish just like I showed you. Either way, today we are going to flip this free griddle. What's up, y'all? It's Brian from East Coast Kelly's, and I got this griddle for free. Yep, a friend of mine who prefers smoking meats and barbecuing over griddle cooks, and family actually downsized, reached out to me, saw some of my giveaway videos, and said, hey, can you bring this thing back to life? I don't want to get rid of it. I said, of course. Y'all, here is a video also that I used to go viral on TikTok. These are one of the ones that I'm able to show how you don't necessarily have to buy an expensive hardcover or whatever. You can go to Marketplace and make things work. So that's just a PVC cover. Go check out our different social media platforms. I have them pinned, especially the one that starts with the letter T. You can go see me explain it in great detail. All right, here's the test. We're going to use a wire brush on one side and a sander on the other. Now, full disclaimer, I tried to level up on both sides by using powered and battery. What do I mean by that? I knew I only had a 220 grit sandpaper on one side, and on the other side, I was going to use batteries. So what did I do? To be fair, I used a power battery on the wire brush and then actual corded sander in hopes that maybe the power would offset. But y'all, this wire brush did phenomenal. The grit there really pulled things off. I felt confident in that. Here is the sand inside. And for full transparency, it was a whole lot easier on my hand. The wire brush, I felt like I had to put more into it, obviously holding the trigger, trying to get that thing squared away, but there was no comparison. And I say that lovingly, honestly, there truly was no comparison. Could I have gone with a stronger sandpaper? Absolutely. And probably looking back, I'd love to do another test video of where I actually try it. Now, you'll see this other device in between. That's a sanding stone, a refinishing and restoring stone brought to you by Blackstone. By all means, please do that. So here I am, I'm feeling confident in one versus the other, but I really didn't like it. So what do? I go get the wire brush and say, can we get the right side as good as the left side? Y'all, look at what happens. That brush still went and pulled up all this stuff. Look at the dust that it pulls up. Crazy, right? So what I would say is if I had a powered sander and had the ability to lock the trigger, then you could smoke through one of these things. In fact, I kind of thought about maybe even doing a restoration service on Blackstone griddles. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm really not going to do that. Actually, you know what? It's probably not a bad business model. Anyways, seriously, I want you guys to feel empowered to be able to do it. So you'll see, next thing we're going to do is just wash this thing, rinse it off, and then with just a little bit of Dawn dish soap. Not much. It's cold rolled steel. It's fine. But just a little bit of soap goes a long way, especially when you're using Dawn or one of the other, high quality soaps. I just literally wash it. Get all that crud, all that nastiness off of this. Now, y'all, I ended up giving this thing away to a very good a family friend of ours, and they highly enjoyed it. All right, so here it is. I dried it. I let it sit out in the sun for a few minutes. It was super hot that day. And then I go down with my reseason. I go with 2 coats of the Blackstone regriddling or resurfacing oil. Again, light coats. I use a long handled set of tongs and just regular standard paper towels. When we say on our videos that you're going to let the smoke burn off to where there's no smoke, this is what we're talking about. Do you see that? Very little white smoke. And again, just another little light coat. 2 things I want you to notice. Look in the back. This is time lapse. Look at the Blackstone hardcover or the soft cover blowing. The wind was blowing from left to right in this video. By all means, you could set it up to where you block the wind. That will affect the finish, but a way to combat that is if you have a butane lighter that you can get into the corners. There are folks that do that. Hashtag not that guy. And then what I'm going to do is you'll see that I go around the outsides and the edges. Now, I believe in coating my griddles like I mow my grass. So I change it up every time that I put a new coat on. So one way I'm going to go top to bottom. The next time I'm going to go left to right. But in total, I did 7 coats. That's right, 7 coats. And you'll see that the color really pulls out. Now remember, we're turning our griddle on high completely, and this is the finished product. So to have that wind and to have the inability in the corners, those corners will come in. Have no fear. There it is. It's all done. Is this thing missing the sides? Yes. Could they find the sides? No. Can you reorder them? Yes. My guy wasn't worried about it. He said, hey, I'm just glad to be getting into the griddle game. Y'all, don't be afraid of this. Buy one. Enjoy.